So I suppose now I'm going for double kills with my skateboard here. And I suppose that's what I've got to do. Fuck. See if any topics arise. There's a guy over here. Nobody else close at that point. And of course I got killed.
Hostile counter UAV established above.
And this map is not really ideal for this situation of trying to get melee kills, but I have to deal with it. And so that's what I'm doing, is I'm dealing with it. Fuck, that guy got me twice. Twice that guy got me. I don't like it.
Not your best work. Clean it up.
That was a quick round. This could be a quick game. If things continue like that. So I guess I gotta come up with topics. Oh great, I'm in the kill cam. I gotta come up with topics for my next couple of games. Things that could get views, I guess, is what I want to come up with. That doesn't matter.
Enemy heart inbound.
I just gotta talk about what I'm thinking about and then sort it later.
The fuck you doing way over here? I don't even know where you're going, you just fast.
Come on. Brother. Anyway, I can just talk about anything, just speak my mind out fluidly, and then I can sort out the topics in post-production. Nice car. Planning and strategizing. If I wanted to plan out these videos, I could have done that before I started recording. But I've now already started recording. And maybe I prefer the spontaneity of this.
Time's nearly up.
Where I'm just saying whatever.
Enemy UAV inbound.
And it's a lot of vulnerability to do that, if you really think about it. Or if you don't think about it very much. And I was thinking about this last night. I was thinking this is, it's revealing to just speak, literally, stream of consciousness out into the world and have it on record.
The bomb has been
But
planted.
it's not really that big a risk, and it doesn't really matter very much. And it's just kind of a good way of going about it, I think.
Going down.
Perfect.
Bomb is armed. Our device was disarmed. We're
Hard to
planting the
come
bomb.
by. These kills.
Target set. The enemy's defused our bomb.
Shit. There's a guy, and there's a guy over here. Shit. I had a real opportunity there, and I blew it.
Bomb active.
Here's a car.
Enemies have disarmed the bomb.
Gotta say something. I can't just not talk because the point is that it's a video and then I just clip it and then I post it on my channel.
Bomb is armed.
But I don't really have a lot to say all the time. There's not an unending number of things to say.
Hostile UAV established overhead.
But I guess that's just the topic I choose to cover because that's what I want to think about. Is my strategy with this
The bomb has been planted.
channel and this stream.
Our bomb.
So that's what I'm thinking about, and so that's what I end up talking about when I'm in this loose setting of this
We're setting up the bomb.
format.
Enemy RCXD detected. Bomb active.
Shit.
Hostiles have defused the bomb.
Something I just thought of.
Charges.
Is, you know, you can really only do things by accident. I mean, if you want them to be, like, totally innocent, anything that's an accident is innocent. So, if you start thinking about any kind of thing you could do to put somebody down or anything like that, that's not innocent. Or if you start thinking about a way to make somebody like you, that's not innocent. Or if you think about a way to make somebody hang out with you, that's not innocent. I mean, just planning anything out
The enemy
removes the innocence from the situation. Any kind of a plan or strategy is kind of not innocent. So, strange though. It's strange though if you know people that naturally and innocently put people down when they're
possession.
around because they're like,
We're going back at it, back and forth, but he just kept getting me on that turn. I knew what
Work quick and clean. No
I think I
retreat.
started playing with some other live games and then one probably gave up.
why the fuck can I hear people if I'm not in the voice channel? It doesn't really make
Bomb
sense.
gun down.
Ugh.
Planting the bomb.
Productivity, this is a productive system, this format. Yo. That was not productive just there, that was reductive. Because I wasn't able to get him. Oh. That guy... what the fuck? Oh, okay, good. My team won. That's good. Love to see it. Oh, you got a good number of kills there, that guy. Nuketown. So I've killed what I was doing yesterday. Apparently. I guess because it seemed absurd to do what I did yesterday, which was to record everything that happened in the game and to summarize everything that happened in the games in a notes page and then to make a book out of that. I guess that was determined to be unnecessary, and I guess this is better. It's just streaming and then I can make videos, you know, that aren't just cutouts from the stream. I can still do cutouts from the stream, but that doesn't have to be what it is. It doesn't have to be the entirety of my channel. And so that's the way it is.
Charlie secured. Taking A. Losing Bravo. Eyes on shot charge. Sniper! Sniper! Losing B. We got the lead.
Last trap
Now hold
identified.
it.
Dong dong dong.
Losing Bravo. Enemy UAV inbound.
Incoming tactical. Revenge is another bastard, isn't it?
Securing Alpha. Losing Bravo. Taking Alpha. Losing B.
TACOM,
Secure
I'm on the
zone A.
LBJ.
Get a UAV on grid. They're taking C. Hostile UAV established overhead. Securing Alpha.
Move now. Taking objective.
Good. Oh, that was awesome. This map is perfect
Taking A.
for this, apparently. It has been so far.
Losing Bravo.
God damn it. So I guess this is the way to stream, is just to do it how I want. I mean, just to be lazy with it. Fuck. But it proves to be good. It's less be lazy with it and more have fun with it.
Taking Alpha.
Capturing objective.
Fuck that guy.
Enemy UAV inbound.
Grenade incoming.
Oh, Britta. Shit.
Securing Alpha.
Enemy shock charge. Taking the objective.
Securing Zone A. Requesting recon above.
Eyes on shock charge. TACOM,
Death machine
deploying
spinning up.
death machine.
Taking Alpha.
Oi, fuckwit! Remember me?
Taking A. All locations locked down. Dig in and hold them.
Knock it down.
Losing A.
The only thing keeping me alive.
We lost C.
Objective capture in progress.
No more seconds. Securing Charlie. Securing C. We're losing Alpha. Locking down Charlie.
Self incoming.
All locations secured. Hold your position.
Gotta get doubles.
We're losing Charlie.
But I don't know how. when everybody is scattered.
We've lost Charlie.
Shit.
Archangel's up.
Losing Bravo. Losing B. Securing Charlie.
Take the capture in progress.
Hostile counter UAV established above. Securing C. Taking C. Back off, I need eyes overhead.
Ah.
All objectives locked down. Hold those SOBs back.
Got him.
Losing A. Hostile UAV established
Fuck.
overhead.
Enemy grenade.
We lost A. Securing Alpha.
Taking the objective.
Got him. Got him.
Taking A. Taking Alpha.
Knock it off, you brat.
What the?
Location secure. Maintain current posture. Crimson's on their heels. Hit them hard. Taking C. We're losing Charlie.
Well, that was that.
They won't forget this.
Right, you better run. Objective capture in progress.
Being a good, happy, peaceful person might be the most important thing. Or that might be the most important thing to me. That might be the most important thing to me. So that's an idea. That's an idea that I'm throwing out. Just as far as my personal philosophy. Like, being a good person, you know, keeping undisturbed, you know.
Hard point. Weapons free, people. Make some hate on them. Hostiles on the hard point. Hard point locked down. taking control.
Oh shit.
Hostiles have captured the hard point. You've fallen behind. Hardpoint is secure. Leads ours. Hardpoint located.
I think I might meditate after this. The dialogue with this stream has gotten very boring when I decided that I wouldn't turn this into a video. Well, I could and should bring back the rule of just non-stop talking, so maybe I'll just do that. Yes, I think that I will. So now I have to, and then a flow starts and stuff churns out, and it's a good way. I do that with writing sometimes. Oh, perfect! Double. I do that with writing sometimes, where I do a writing thing where it's like, okay, during the session I'm just gonna not stop writing, and I'm just gonna go for the whole time. But here now, I'm doing a thing now, and I try to type as fast as possible and type for the full hour. And so I guess that's what I'll do now with this stream, is I'll just try to talk as fast as possible and not stop talking for the duration of the stream. And I should also try to be exciting with the things that I talk about. And that will be the thing that I do, I think, for the stream. And I reflect now on the possibility, the idea that I had yesterday of getting a face cam for this stream and figuring out how to get that. I also have reflected on the idea and have thought of the idea and considered the possibility of getting this stream to be on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time, so I could be streaming to multiple places at the same time. And I think that would be good as well. And time will tell if I am able to do such a thing. But for now, I just want to get double kills, and this guy is running. Got him. Nobody else, though. This gentleman. It's hard to get doubles. Hard to find two people right by each other.
Hardpoint is active. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
But this guy over there. I sit, I wait. God damn it. Can't win them all. Can't win them all, that's what I say. Here's a guy. You know what could help me stream better? Is if I had somebody I was talking to while I was streaming. But no, that'd be too much pressure. Well, it wouldn't be that much pressure. I think it could be good. But if somebody were to just be asking me questions, then that would make it definitely easier to come up with stuff to talk about. But instead, I'm a soldier, I'm a lone soldier, I just do this. I have to be the question and answerer in this current format iteration of the stream, which I am currently involved. Trying to get double kills with the skateboard and finding it quite challenging, if I do say so myself. I thought I had that guy. Apparently not. There's this guy. You slipped out. What the fuck?
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
You slipped out there.
What's your target ID? Bye-bye. Got contact.
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint
Oh
active.
shit, I was gonna keep talking. I started thinking about things in my head. Private thoughts. Private thoughts in my head about personal relationships. How much of my thinking process is about other people? Probably too much of my thinking process is about other people because that's what I was thinking about.
Requesting recon above.
Yes. It is important to be aware of the things that you are thinking about because the things that you are thinking about, I mean, that's just like, that
Hardpoint
is a very like, it's almost like a physical place. The things that you're thinking about, it's like a physical place in that
captured the hardpoint.
that's where you're hanging out. That thought pattern is where you're hanging out. So it's like just important to have enjoyable thoughts.
Sentry turret detected in your
Like,
AO.
it's easier to do that than to have no thoughts. Enjoyable thoughts. How do you manufacture habitual enjoyment?
Hardpoint is secure.
And that might be the most worthwhile thing that you could do.
Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hardpoint identified.
Positive framing, positive thinking, and as a habit,
Hostile UAV.
but I hate the word positive thinking. It's not clear what that means.
LDCR incoming.
So instead, I like the phrase, and I'm inventing it here now, and I'm putting it out there
All strike inbound.
for all to hear. The phrase that I like,
Captured the hardpoint.
it's like, oh,
Hostiles
you
have
need
the
to get in the habit of enjoyable thinking as opposed to positive thinking. But positive thinking, what does positive thinking mean?
Hell, check that aim
And they
sight,
talk about
Marine.
toxic positivity. I don't know if that's real or not, but there's a stigma around positivity and positive thinking as a
hardpoint located.
thing for some reason. So I like to think of enjoyable thinking. You could also say deliberate thinking. I don't know. I think I just like enjoyable thinking as the phrase. So what is enjoyable thinking?
Hardpoint is secure.
How can I have enjoyable thinking?
Thermo incoming.
Enjoyable thinking, I think, would have to do with, I don't know. Well, I guess similar to habits, thoughts are like habits. It's easier to figure out what's bad than it is to figure out what's good, in my experience. It's easier to figure out what's bad. Like a bad habit is being addicted to heroin
Hardpoint locked down.
or watching TV for 5 hours a day.
Oi,
Probably a
quick,
bad habit.
enemy.
Probably.
Clear out!
Drinking bleach is a bad habit.
Hostiles have the hard point.
So, not getting enough sleep is a bad habit. Generally. So these are things
Hard point is secure.
that are bad habits.
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
And then how can you figure out good habits? You find what's left.
MPC's in the red. It's now or
And you go, what do I like? What's pleasant? Perfect. 2 kills.
point located.
And then that would be an enjoyable
Enemy using trophy.
thought habit.
Hard point set. Hostiles have the hard point.
I don't know. That's a bit much to think about.
Watchdog helo
It's a bit intense to consider,
Hostile UAV established overhead.
like, to reconsider habits is a bit much. I mean, you're really questioning a lot there.
The advantage. Look alive.
But,
Hostile sentry turret active.
so to some extent, you just want to keep doing what you're doing until you die. Maybe that's just the correct thought.
Hard point
I'm getting philosophical here. This is just a philosophical mind wandering now. My throat kind of gets sore when I talk so much. Talking now a lot. 2 hours a day non-stop on the stream. And, no. So my throat gets a little sore, but we're on the philosophical stuff now of, like, what to do. And so maybe the simplest philosophy is the best, and you can just discover it and create it yourself. And the simplest philosophy is just to do the easiest and simplest philosophy is just to do whatever is easiest. If you have your philosophy set enough, then that's probably the most enjoyable life you can have.
I don't believe in bad luck. Just bad aim.
We just
Get
got
back.
our asses.
I think it's true.
All survivors, retreat.
I think it's true. The more, because then you know what to do. Knowing what to do makes it really easy to succeed, and it makes it really easy to enjoy what you're doing. When you know what to do and how to do it. So that's a thing to consider, I guess. Yesterday I thought about running after the stream and then I didn't run. I wonder if I'll run today after the stream and maybe meditate and maybe read. Maybe that is what I should do. Maybe that would be the best possible thing for me to do. And maybe I should start getting motivated for that as a thing to do here soon. So get up there on the treadmill and just run for 3 miles. And then do some push-ups. And then to meditate. And then to read. And if I do that, maybe do some art. And maybe do some journaling. And wouldn't that be a productive way to spend the evening? Wouldn't that be a productive way to spend the evening, as I'm gonna be awake anyway. I'm gonna have energy. So maybe those are the things that I should and will do. Probably be better than alcohol and marijuana. Probably be more fun
Time to get our hands
than
dirty,
just
Black Ops.
having alcohol and marijuana and sitting and watching a show.
Hostiles at the hard point. Hard point locked down. We've taken control.
Progress, involvement, marijuana and alcohol diminish the involvement
Get down, Frank!
with things and the energy to do things.
Sniper!
Hard
Sniper!
point located.
Here's a gentleman over here. Two gentlemens.
Hard point check.
I didn't get him in time.
Secure.
There was a gap between the two. And because of the gap, I was not able to get a double kill. But back on the philosophy stuff, because that seems to be a profitable path from this audio thinking that I'm doing. Well, I wonder if YouTube could transcribe my words directly with subtitles.
Hard point identified.
And if they could do that, then could this just be a book of what I'm talking about?
Hard point active.
Could AI edit all my words transcribed into a book
Hard point.
that I can publish
Requesting recon above.
and sell, or at least have in my house? The technology exists at some point. I'd imagine. I could transcribe it myself, but I think that would be a waste of time.
Hard point locked down. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hostiles have the hard point.
Shit.
Hard point located.
Been watching a lot of Family Guy recently. It's a good show.
Hard point is active. Hard point is secure.
Older seasons.
We got the lead. Now hold it.
The older seasons were good. Probably better than the newer seasons. Call of Duty changed as the years went on, and Family Guy changed as the years went on, but I still involve myself with both. But my entire Call of Duty experience has been post
Get a UAV on grid.
peak
Get an LDVR.
as far as the popularity and likability of Call of Duty. My first Call of Duty game was Black Ops 3, which seemingly was the beginning of the end
Hostiles have captured the hard point.
for Call of Duty gaming culture. That guy was on my team. And getting lots of kills, but not a tremendous number of double kills. And double kills are the point. him.
Hard point located. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is secure. Hard point is active. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point locked down. Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point identified.
Impact grenade!
TACOM, I need eyes overhead. Hard point active. Hard point is secure. Hostiles have captured the hard point. Hard point locked down.
Oh, I was, gotta talk. I gotta remind myself to talk. I gotta remind myself the point of this is to verbalize. But again, I ended up thinking about stuff, and I didn't want to, so I was thinking about personal relationships again, and I just don't feel particularly inclined to speak on personal relationships on a stream. So I won't, and I don't. But I can speak on the philosophy of it, and that is what I'm going to speak on, and I'm returning to that, because I was talking about philosophy earlier. Let's see. The philosophy of relationships. If somebody, yeah, philosophy of relationships. I don't know how to say what I'm thinking, but to me the philosophy of relationships is to not want anything from anyone.
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point is secure.
And that's the best way to be. And that's like the best way to be for, like, just in general.
Get a UAV on grid.
If you want something from somebody else, then if you get it, then you're just in a weird situation.
They're requesting LVBR.
You're in a desperate position. If you want people to, if you need people to give you company, and if you need people to give you praise, and if you need people to canoodle with, then you're in a kind of a desperate position. That's like my philosophical stance, but I'm an introvert. I don't know what that stance would be for... I don't know what another person's stance would really be on that, but for me it's just to me it's not taking from other people or providing for other people. So mutualistic. Some people, I swear, are like parasitic. They're like, how can I extract the most value from every person? It's like, that's not really a good way to be. Some people offset it by trying to extract value from people and provide value to those people. And sometimes they'll do that just by thinking that they have to do that. So not from a moral perspective, but that they have to do that just to keep that person around. So that's their thing. That's their deal. But yeah, my philosophy, and I kind of live it out. My philosophy is it's kind of very boring. But like defining it now is good. Defining my philosophy feels like a very, very, very productive thing to be doing. If I'm gonna force myself to talk throughout this entire duration of the stream and to have it just be like this kind of verbal journaling. I could say oral journaling, but the middle schoolers would laugh. So I'm not gonna say it. Got him. Got him. God damn it, I missed. Fuck, what was I was talking about philosophy, but I was talking about defining my philosophy, but what was the... Oh yeah, I was talking about being mutualistic. Okay, so it's boring. Okay, it's not that boring, but to me, a thing that you have to do maintenance on isn't very good. But if you find yourself just doing it, just to do it, without any concern of maintaining it, then that is good. Or doing it once, doing a thing once and then not maintaining it is good. I wouldn't, like, benching up to your goal and then just not working out is good. But I don't know, that doesn't really fit. So I'm stress testing my philosophy. That's what I'm doing right now. God, I gotta write a fucking philosophy book, and that'll be a whole thing. Unfortunately, and I say unfortunately because it will take a lot of work, and it'll take a lot of time, and it won't make much money. But like defining what I think is a good way to live. Laying that out. Because I have a lot of thoughts on that. And the fair way of how people should act. Fairness. Accidents. The idea of doing something by accident. And the idea of honesty. Those two concepts play a big role in the way I think about philosophy and ethics and stuff. It's like accidents. You know, philosophy is kind of a magic thing. It's kind of esoteric. And that doesn't get talked about enough. It doesn't get talked about enough. But like, essentially, if somebody can prove to you that they're not doing anything wrong, then they have like a right to do whatever.
Hardpoint is secure. Hostile
So it's a strange thing. I can make a good argument for anything, but I really try to keep it within honesty. To me, intention is very important. To me,
Hardpoint locked down.
intention is very important. So I don't.
Hardpoint located.
So I have an interesting philosophy in that way.
Hardpoint is active. Hardpoint is secure. Hostiles have captured.
And I don't accuse people of doing things. Why don't I accuse people of doing things?
Hardpoint locked down.
Because that's what they want. I mean, some people I think that's what they want. There were some people that I've known who it seemed like, if somebody seems like they want to get called out, then that's pretty much a person that I'm not going to call out. Because it just seems, because they're just dumb. If they, like, that's just a dumb situation to be involved. It's like very depressing and pitiful when somebody is like trying to do stuff to get called out. It's because that somebody does that when they didn't, and I'm not mad about it. I'm saying it's genuinely sad. And like, oh, they should have had a more caring ecosystem. Their garden didn't get enough sunshine, kind of a way. And I do sympathize with it more than most people, in a serious way. Where if somebody lives to get called out, I don't live to get called out. I live in a way where I don't follow rules that I think are stupid. I don't go out of my way to break rules. But I break rules that I know I can justify what I'm doing.
Hardpoint is secure.
Through basic ethics. So now I think stealing, like the idea that you shouldn't steal, is a good rule. So I follow the rule of not stealing because it's a good rule.
Assaulting with hand cannon.
Yeah, there's not really any. There's like, I don't break laws, but I break like social rules. I don't break social rules. I break social conventions.
Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
The unwritten rules. And I don't break all of them. I just
Enemy UAV.
so it gets kind of to a curb your. I guess I live a fairly curb your enthusiasm kind of life. Or maybe I'm idealizing myself, but I pretty much, like Larry David, I have my own sense of logic and I kind of abide by it. And I pretty much try not to be a hypocrite.
Hostile counter UAV.
And that's another big thing of my philosophy, is not being a hypocrite. You know, your philosophy and the way you live ends up being a very stylized thing where it's like the better your philosophy is, it's kind of like the better your philosophy is and the better you live your life, it's like it makes you more likable. Like it's like a style. It's like a style thing. Like it's almost a physical component that people can just read off you. And it has to do with karma and everything. It's like the philosophical position and role you play. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I really should just be I'm kind of wasting my time with all this, with this streaming stuff and YouTube stuff and writing stuff, but also I'm not, because that's how you get ideas out. Those are ways to get ideas out. But like, really what I just had the thought, what I should be doing pretty much is I should be just a business person who's, like, technically I should just be moving capital around and putting money in places that are doing good work, and I should just be putting people to work, because I have kind of a sense, for things that other people can do, projects and stuff that would be great, that I would really like, and I think a lot of people would really like, and that's the kind of thing, just kind of on an upper management level of saying, okay, do this thing if you want. So maybe that should be my job, is telling people, do this if you want. And that's pretty much what I'm good at. So, and I don't mean that in an arrogant way. I mean, that's just like it's literally the thing that the most value I can offer to people in society in general is that I have a great sense of like, I have a strong preference for some things, and I'm just very in tune with like group preference, and it's very like defined to me, like what's good, what's
securing C. Taking Bravo.
Enjoyable. So,
Control zone C. Securing B.
or what I like, because I think for myself, and I really just can't do it any other way. So,
We lost B. Locking down Bravo.
I don't know.
All zones lost.
It puts me in a good spot, but it puts me in a
Requesting recon above.
strange spot, because I don't
Enemy care package.
come into this world with a lot of capital.
UAV established overhead.
But
Bravo underway.
I'm the person who knows how to use capital and put it into great spots. You know, putting people
Call. Napalm strike inbound.
on great projects.
Taking Alpha.
So,
Enemy UAV inbound.
but the writing, the YouTube, and the streaming, I guess, it gets the ideas out there,
They're taking C. Taking A.
and the money doesn't really matter,
Inbound. Securing Alpha.
and if you get credit for good ideas, the money comes in eventually anyway.
We're losing Alpha.
So, but back to
Securing B.
philosophical sets. Yeah, hypocrisy is bad.
Maintain current posture.
Why do I feel like hypocrisy is so bad? Because once you're a hypocrite,
Losing A.
there's no reason to listen to what you have to say. Being a hypocrite is different than changing your mind.
We've taken the lead. Stay on task. Bravo lost. We're losing all zones.
I don't know.
We're losing Alpha. Taking B.
Sometimes I wonder if I avoid hypocrisy just so I
We're
can
losing Charlie.
continue to be mad at people that do certain things.
Securing Zone A.
Tackle. Commence half overplay.
Like, I don't lie to people so that I can... So I'm still allowed to feel mad at people when they lie to me.
Behind Crimson. Taking Bravo underway.
So for some reason, I just get the idea, I have the sense that
Locking down Bravo.
if you lie to somebody, then you can't get mad when
Securing Alpha.
someone lies to you. I don't know why. You know, maybe I'm just a very superstitious person. I suppose I am just a very superstitious person.
Taking A.
Maybe that's the defining feature of my entire existence. Maybe superstition defines my entire existence. And maybe superstition defines a lot of people's existence.
Requesting COAV above. Get a UAV on the
Superstition.
We lost C. Losing B. Hostile
Habits.
established overhead.
Just like having habits. Working out is superstition.
Losing Bravo.
Once you've gotten to a certain point, I don't know. Why do people work out?
We've given up the lead. Enemy care package above. Securing Charlie.
Is it superstition?
Zone Charlie locked down. Taking B. Securing Zone A.
Superstition, what does it mean? What is it? I just got killed. What is superstition? Is it when you do certain things because you think good things will happen if you do them?
Taking Bravo underway.
Because that's just what people do.
C.
I have to look it up. I'm looking it up.
Securing B. Locking down Bravo.
Excessively credulous belief and reverence for the supernatural. Okay. No, that wasn't what I expected it to be. So, reverence for the supernatural. What is the supernatural?
Losing B.
By that definition, then all religion is explicitly supernatural.
Losing Bravo. We're losing Charlie. All locations locked down. Taking
Clearly
Alpha.
supernatural.
They're taking all zones. We lost B. Securing B.
I guess a big part of my philosophy is just that I hate
UAV inbound.
people getting mad at me.
Enemy UAV inbound. Taking Bravo underway.
So philosophy ends up being so closely related to your preferences.
Zone A.
And my preference
Taking B.
is that I hate it when people get mad at me. Less so... No. Maybe not that. Maybe not people getting mad at me, maybe more so...
Losing A. Locking down
Getting in trouble. You know, somebody getting mad at me and then restricting my freedom. Like a principal
Taking A.
or police officer. I've never committed a crime, but I've had nightmares
Bravo lost.
where they arrest me,
We're losing Alpha.
and maybe that is the basis for a lot of what I do and
All zones lost.
philosophy that I have.
Hostile counter UAV established above.
So this is just a full-blown introspection now. A deep dive into my subconscious,
Hostile care package inbound.
why I do what I do, and testing out if there's rhyme or reason to the things I do,
Taking B.
with the kind of assumption that there is a reason for the way I do things and that I live deliberately.
Requesting recon above.
And reasonably. And I think I do. I think I do live
Tactics aren't working.
reasonably and deliberately.
Taking C. Charlie secured. Rest and retreat.
And the way I'm living now, it's like a first things first type of thing where it's like I really want to focus on what's important. Right now, what's important is streaming and writing books and posting videos, I guess. In a way, it's documentation. It's less so about the money and more just about documentation. For myself. With the potential of money. So it's like documentation, and then it's like every time I document a stream or my thoughts and writing or make a video or whatever, it's documentation for myself, and it's social interaction with large groups. So it's really less so about the money and more just like, I guess, interacting with large groups. That's like, again, kind of like what I was talking about earlier with the with the like idea sharing and business leadership type identity that I have. It's also like the way I am. I just, and why the way I'm wired, I have ideas for groups, and I like communicating with groups. So like when you're like that, you just end up, I guess, streaming. In the 21st century, you end up streaming and writing books and posting YouTube videos, because that's how you interact, and making music. But I haven't made any good music yet. But just as a means of interacting with large groups, interacting with the masses as a mass, and not interacting in a very not a conventional kind of like thing where, you know, I don't love the emotional like volatility of like a lot of in-person interactions, because there's a lot of
Taking Alpha.
restriction with that for me. And to me there's restriction if you're in a group. If people are doing if I'm in a group, not like leading a group. Leading a group is different, because there's leading people that chose to follow you is different.
Taking Bravo.
Okay, leading people that chose to follow you
Stay on task.
and you didn't ask them to follow you is different. Because then you can do whatever you want and not feel restricted.
Losing B.
But if you're in a group, then you have to do a lot of compromising, and you have to follow somebody who doesn't feel guilty asking everybody to do what they want to do, and doesn't feel guilty convincing people to do a certain thing,
Bravo is ours.
and doesn't feel the stress
Losing Bravo.
and pressure of people not liking the plan of what's going on.
Locking down Charlie.
That's a different kind of leadership than I have.
Eyes overhead.
And I think I would rather, I mean, of course I'd rather be in the position that I'm talking about, with writing as a form of leadership, streaming as a form of leadership, where you're just putting it out and then somebody can look at it if they want, but you're not going up to people and bothering them. This is a very bothersome, free type of way of socializing. I don't know.
Locking down Charlie.
That was good.
Bravo lost.
It's incredibly efficient too to do this.
Taking C.
Tackle. Deploy counter UAV.
To
Get a UAV on grid.
Taking B.
to be using the internet. And if I lived in the past, I guess instead of the internet, it would be like a megaphone and posters. Like, I would do that today, but it's like an unnecessary risk, so I'm not going to do it. But in the past, I would probably be writing books
Secured.
and putting up posters and using a megaphone and stuff like that.
We lost B.
Because of the way I'm wired.
Losing A.
And to me, like, that kind of thing is
Securing Charlie.
a guilt-free type of thing where you're interacting with a group.
Securing C. Hostile UAV.
It's a guilt-free kind of a thing, whereas interacting with somebody
Zone C secure.
Get counter UAV in the air.
like one-to-one,
Bravo
there's a lot of ways to accidentally do something like negative or be treated negatively. So there's like,
We're losing Charlie. Securing B.
I don't know, it's, to me it's emotionally
All zones lost. Bravo is ours.
risky.
Losing Bravo.
Deploying RCXD.
Securing Charlie. We lost all zones. Locking down Charlie. Zone Charlie locked down. They're taking C.
So I guess
Down Bravo.
the main thing that I'm saying is philosophy is
Bravo zone secure.
personal preference.
UAV inbound. Securing
A lot of
Charlie.
philosophy is personal preference. Everyone has a philosophy. And by trying to define my philosophy, I make my life a lot easier.
Taking Alpha. Watchdog Hilo incoming on your location. Losing Bravo. We've locked down A. Enemy napalm strike incoming. We lost B.
Tackle. Deploy counter UAV. TACOM, I need eyes overhead.
Securing B. Losing A. Locking down Bravo.
Get a UAV on grid.
We're losing Alpha. Taking B. We locked all zones. Taking A. Bravo is ours. Losing B. All zones locked. Alpha secure.
TACOM, Toro requesting napalm strike.
Losing A. Taking C.
Something I wonder about, they talk about self-esteem and high self-esteem versus low self-esteem. My assumption is that somebody with lower self-esteem would be less bothered
Sensing turrets up.
Taking Bravo.
by
underway.
disrespect.
Get counter UAV
So,
in the air. Get a UAV
that's
on
like a
grid.
weird thing, is that you hear a lot of the time
RCXD maneuvering.
people with
We're losing Charlie.
high self-esteem aren't bothered by disrespect, but that doesn't really make sense.
Losing Bravo. All locations secured. Hold your position.
Like, unless they just don't see anybody else as a peer, like
Losing Bravo.
if somebody with high self-esteem gets slapped in the face,
Bravo lost.
it's the idea that they just wouldn't care. Because sometimes a verbal thing
They're taking C.
might as well be a slap in the face. If somebody, you know,
We're losing Alpha.
I don't know.
Securing B. All objectives locked down. Hold the enemy back. We're losing Charlie. We lost C. Securing Charlie. Losing A. Losing B. Losing Bravo. Losing B. Taking C. The lead is ours.
Ah, shit. Anyway, philosophy, it's a whole thing.
Losing Bravo.
Preferences. The basis
B.
of preferences. Potentially the heart. The core of your behavioral set. Yeah, like you could make a diagram. Preferences, and then
Hostiles reclaim
a layer
the lead.
deeper of preferences. Shit. Or no. You could make it. It's a layered thing. Like preferences become philosophy or whatever.
CXD in your area.
Or preferences, and then arrow behavioral set, arrow habits, arrow whatever. You could do a thing like that.
Hold it.
It's hard for me to multitask and visualize that kind of thing. I can think about ideas, but it's hard for me to visualize while visually involved in this game.
Losing B.
But
Taking C. Bravo lost.
you know, how does somebody prefer to be treated? And that will determine the way they act in pursuit of being treated that way.
We're ahead, but stay alert. Marshall's people are no fools. We're losing Alpha.
You know? Like, does a high self-esteem person care about the way they are treated? Because some books, there's some self-help books that make it seem like a high self-esteem person does not care about how they get treated. And it might be better to not care about how you're treated, but that's different than having high self-esteem. Like, what I'm saying is, high self-esteem might not even be a good thing. High self-esteem at some point could just be like not beneficial. I mean, there's got to be a spectrum to that. At some point, if your self-esteem is too high, at the highest levels of self-esteem, I would assume that that person's not thinking in a utilitarian way. They're probably thinking that they can benefit even when other people are suffering, but it's not true. If other people are suffering, it comes back to you, so it's not smart. At a certain point, at a high enough level of self-esteem, self-importance, it literally is just narcissism, and at a certain point that becomes psychopathy. And at that point, that person is going to die they're not going to be very intelligent with their behavior. And they're going to have a lot of problems. I don't necessarily believe in a kind of a thing like that. The show Dexter, I think, is a great example of a very cartoonish way for anybody to that show. That show in the show Dexter, they make it seem like just the most I'm not a fan of that show. Pretty much, just because it's a very it's the show is pretty. It's not about a psychopath. It's what if there were a person that were essentially dead inside? Because they don't make it just. They pretty much make that person not They pretty much in the show Dexter, he pretty much just doesn't even have a taste for anything. He's just like an autistic retard. That is what Dexter is, not anything other than an actual brain dead person. He had a lobotomy. Just the worst perspective, the most non-romantic perspective any human could have. The least enjoyable life perspective. Just so. That's a horrible show. It's just the worst show. The worst perspective. The most unenjoyable perspective. And I don't think anybody actually has that perspective. Because if somebody actually had the perspective that they paint Dexter as having on that show, then they would just sit in a chair and not stand up and rot, because it's pretty much a lobotomized perspective, meaning they don't have brain, they don't have somebody who actually thinks like that doesn't survive, because they just don't have a yeah, I don't like that show. I don't like those depictions.
TACOM, authorize LTR
People watch
on
shows like that and then they start trying to idealize it, and then they start to try to think like that.
target. Secure at sea.
A person that actually exists would be like Tony Soprano on The Sopranos. That's like a real, that I think is a more realistic depiction of
Secure at sea.
I guess, a sociopath. But at least it's a real thing.
Losing A.
Where at least they still like... it's like Dexter and American Psycho. It's like they try to depict a form of imposter syndrome, which everybody has imposter syndrome, but then somehow they take imposter syndrome and they take that
Target ID.
Secure at B.
and they turn it into just like being violent, which, like, how brain dead can somebody... Violence is a very, like real world violence. It's ironic because I'm playing Call of Duty, but real world violence is a very, very, very brain dead.
Take it B.
I mean, you might as well just stub your toe over and over again, because real world violence, it's the same as stubbing your toe.
Lock it down, Bravo.
Yeah.
I'm taking
It's just not, it's just, why can't, like, I don't know. Maybe I'm unique in that perspective, as a guy, because there are a lot of sports, that involve violence, and I was reflecting on this yesterday, actually. So there's a lot of sports that involve real-world violence, but, like, those sports involve pain, and so at least people understand the association between when you punch somebody in boxing, you get punched yourself, so it's not... You understand it. Also, in boxing, if you're boxing and you're inflicting violence, but then you're receiving it, you end up getting CTE, like, and football. So pretty much, there's like a very negative consequence for indulging in that. And I think nobody naturally wants to do that as much as they do, and that's why they have to get paid so much to do that. Like, you have to turn off your... I don't know. I try to be logically consistent with my actions, but like some things don't seem logically consistent. Like Dexter doesn't seem logically consistent to me. It doesn't seem... To me, ethics are logic. So... And, like, preferences aren't logic, but... I know preferences aren't logical, but... At some point, I could make a good logical argument for some preferences, as far as... If a preference develops... Okay. If a preference develops because of a logical because of a conclusion... so some preferences can develop because of a conclusion where you developed an idea of how the world works, and you concluded that there are some things that when you do them, they're good because they're going to bring a reward about, right? So it makes it like, oh, like if a girl looks at me, that could mean that I could have sex. So that's a good thing. So I'm going to have a preference for girls looking at me and smiling because that is a good indication. So I'm going to have a preference for that. But the preference is based in a logical conclusion of getting something else that you wanted, that you came about liking because of an uncontrollable, like, okay, like physical phenomena that happens. So that okay, so it's layers, but there's like some preferences that are learned and some preferences, like, when, actually interestingly, this gets very much into, and whenever somebody's going to talk about philosophy, it turns into psychology. Okay, philosophy and psychology are very much intertwined, and when you talk about psychology, you got to talk about A Clockwork Orange, and when we're talking about ethics and morals and stuff, you got to talk about Clockwork Orange, how they teach somebody pretty much how to be. So for my particular way of being, where I don't like following orders that I think aren't intelligent, not to and keeping like very much in an ethical way where I don't do anybody any harm pretty much, and I try to be very, very clean, extremely clean in that sense. Like I really make sure not to do anybody any harm. Which doesn't sound very virtuous when I put it like that, but I don't necessarily want to do everything that people tell me to do. And I wouldn't want them to do a Clockwork Orange type thing on me where all of a sudden I just get nauseous if I'm not working at McDonald's or something. So I wouldn't want that for myself, and so then because I don't want to be a hypocrite, I don't want that to be done to other people, but you could get people to read books that teach them kind of the logical truths, and that's why maybe some religions are good to some extent, is because I think people get the logical, like the problem with people that like, the problem with like not being ethical, and I'm defining ethical as utilitarian. To me, I'm pretty much a utilitarianist, which is, you know, greatest good for the most people. Like, but not maybe I'm overusing that word because I wouldn't necessarily like, to a point I wouldn't sacrifice myself, like my life. So I do a hierarchy where, I guess with utilitarianism, where I put myself first, but I put myself first I guess in a utilitarian sense, and maybe a lot of people would. Or I could argue that by keeping myself safe and alive, I offer more value than if I were to just like throw myself at a war. I don't know.
We're losing Charlie.
So maybe I overused the word utilitarian.
Capturing objective.
Bravo is ours.
Maybe the phrase I should use to describe myself, and it doesn't sound sexy and it doesn't sound cool. Maybe the word I should use is like, just like passiveness, I guess, is like what I believe in. No, passiveness isn't the right word, because passive just means you do whatever anybody else tells you to do. Yeah, I don't know. You can't, you know, it's difficult to make rule sets for everyone. But I guess.
Perfect execution. The Pantheon's probably pissing at
Result, we fucking routed them.
Being a problem for other people is definitely something I disagree with, and it's a logic thing, because it's not smart to be a problem for other people. Okay, and it takes away all the virtue when I say that, but I'm trying to convey a point to somebody who might be a psychopath or a sociopath. I'm telling I'm using the language, which is, if you do other people wrong, then horrible, like your life is gonna be really bad, and it's an obvious thing where it's like it's literally impossible to get away with. It's literally impossible to do harm to others. It literally comes back, if not in this lifetime, the next, and that's a very real, literal thing. So it's logic again. It's like it's a logical thing to be ethical in, like, not. And to me, it's not about doing a lot of things for other people. If, for example, if somebody throws a party and I didn't even ask for it to be thrown, and they invited me, then I don't really feel like cleaning up. I would have a stronger ground for not cleaning up if I didn't use the table, for example, that was set up, or if I didn't eat the cake that they bought. But, you know, that's actually an example of I would probably clean up, but I would feel, I would be annoyed that they trapped me in that philosophical bind, I guess, where I feel obligated at that point to clean up, even though I would, if I had thrown it, I would not ask people to clean up. I hope that clarifies that, where I just don't ask other people to do things like that. I don't ask unnecessarily like that. I don't know. I mean, I have asked people to do things, but you know.
Domination. Capture the objective.
I don't ask people to do things that I really try not to ask people to do things that I wouldn't do for them. Because again, I just try not to be a hypocrite. To me, this is all very wired in, but for a lot of people, this, I don't know, I guess it's not wired in. Or maybe I just have interacted with a lot of ethically retarded people.
Losing B.
But, you know.
Losing Bravo.
Ethics.
UAV ECM mission. Daily authorizing UAV mission.
I guess a lot of ethics have to do with superstition, but
Bravo lost. Securing zone A.
you know,
Taking B.
I feel like the show Dexter is almost more of just like an, I was being kind of rude earlier, I guess,
Zone Alpha captured.
in the way I was saying it, but it really is just like
Maintain current posture. They're taking
a special needs
Losing A.
simulation.
We've lost Charlie. We're winning. Keep it that way.
So
Losing Bravo.
it's like, what would it be like to have special needs? And not in a derogatory way to people with special needs, but like a particular kind of special needs.
Losing Alpha. Securing C. We've lost Alpha.
Probably autism.
Lockdown.
I think Dexter is just, I mean, just like with the facial expression. Well, I don't know. Again, I feel like the Tony Soprano depiction of a similar concept is more accurate. But Tony Soprano doesn't have like Asperger's.
We lost B.
like Dexter has. Yeah,
Taking
I
Bravo
think
underway.
one can overanalyze
Hostile UAV
philosophy and
taking Alpha.
psychology, and you can overanalyze it and not get anything out of it at all.
Bravo.
And maybe that's what's happened here.
TACOM, daily requesting UAV. Bravo is on. Taking A.
But I have figured out, I guess, that I need to clarify things more for myself.
Securing Alpha.
So I haven't clarified much, except for I've
Claim the advantage now.
revealed some
All locations secured. Hold your positions.
confusion in my own stances, which is very weak. It's very weak,
We're losing Charlie. Losing Bravo.
and it's bad. It's risky to have. It's risky, and I would still say that I have. My stances are more defined than most people's,
Task counter UAV.
because I'm thinking about it. But
We're losing Alpha.
it still could be so much better,
We lost A.
so much clearer definement. And in that there is
Taking Bravo underway. Taking Alpha.
in clearer definement there is a clear compass, and with a clear compass it makes just life easier. If you have a free compass that tells you where to go,
Taking A. They're taking C.
and you've harnessed that, then that's a good
Securing Zone A.
tool in the toolbox. It's a compass, and then
TACOM. Requesting recon overhead. All locations locked
meditation
down.
strengthens my compass. It's brought me to writing and streaming and
We're losing Charlie.
posting on YouTube.
Losing A. Losing B.
And even in this 2 hours of streaming, I might not have gotten to my goal
Taking all zones.
of double kills.
We lost B.
So we'll see about that. I don't know if I've had any this game.
Taking
Here's a
Alpha.
guy.
Taking B. Zone A secure.
There was not another guy by him. Here's a guy. Here's a guy.
We're losing
That was
Alpha.
good.
Taking B.
What I figured out, I guess,
A.
something I'm aware of now,
We locked down.
is you know, the being judgmental, possibly.
Bravo lost.
In a self
Taking A.
defeating way, judgmental of other people,
Securing Alpha. Securing B.
Capturing. Protect my
but it's confusing. It's all confusing. It's confusing to know
B secured.
what opinions to have. Maybe no opinions,
Losing B.
preferences, you know. Overanalysis to this degree
Securing Alpha.
gets more confusing than
Location secure.
Then,
Maintain posture.
defining.
Losing B. Losing A. We're losing Alpha. We're losing Charlie. We're losing all zones. They're taking C. We lost C.
But you know what's easy to, but something still that's there that's easy to look at is just like, for myself, is like, what do I do? And just being aware of that, being aware of what I'm doing, and that puts me in a position to reconsider. So, in the position of reconsideration, there is confusion, but confusion in that confusion is better than, I would say confusion is a lot better than like towers of what is it, like just weak material, just there's a phrase for it, but when something is built on rubbish,
Enemy UAV inbound.
false premises. Yeah.
Taking C.
Clear. Sniper is down.
Locking down Bravo.
But I guess organizing and working with preferences clearly is, to me, what philosophy is about. Like organizing and working with preferences.
We've lost Alpha. Securing Charlie. Losing
Which ends up being the most
Taking C.
life
Taking Alpha.
defining thing that you do, because the fulfillment of preferences
Taking Bravo underway. We've locked down
is the basis for everything we do.
Securing Charlie. Securing C. Losing A.
Another way of putting it is defining your philosophy and working with your philosophy is, it comes down to just figuring out how to have the most fun life that you can live,
Losing A.
and that's the thing to work with and operate with. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Thanks for watching.